Brockhampton and Grimes and Ariana Grande like had a baby if you like this song. Wait, that's like the best. Do you know what? That's the best question I've ever been asked. Absolutely. And thank you for even thinking about asking me some questions.
Thank you so much for like doing it. This is absolutely crazy. Um, so how important is it for an artist to be like close to their fans, do you think?
I think um I think it's always been really important, but I think in this day and age where everyone's online, I think it's even more important to create like a real life in-person connection with your fans, so that they can remember that like you're also human, and like you're also having boy troubles, or like like it's just nice to have like a fan base, or like that you can kind of interact with them, because we're all humans.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So, do you have a particular moment where like everything sort of clicked and you knew like this was what you wanted to do in music?
I think I knew that I wanted to do this since I was a kid. I think if I wasn't doing music, I probably would like either like, you know, I just wouldn't be doing anything basically. So I knew for a long time like this is what I had to do and this is what I wanted to do. But I guess like when it started to click for me was playing live shows. And I think the moment I was like, this is quite surreal, was a time when I played a show and this girl that was like 10 came up to me and she was like, this is my first ever gig. And I like that was the moment I was like, wow, this is music really has the ability to influence the next like generation of people. Because I remember I was like a 10-year-old kid and my first show was like My Chemical Romance, and I remember being like, I want to do that. And so it was like this weird full circle moment of like someone else doing that to me.
Yeah, that's so sweet. I remember reading an interview that you did in like 2021 and it mentioned you having an emo phase and I was like, that's just iconic. Everyone had to do that. It's like a canon event.
Literally, oh my gosh. I used to wear like the wristbands and like have like I still wear black nail varnish, but like yeah, that is a time in my life that I hold on to dearly, definitely.
Yeah. So was music like a massive part of your childhood growing up then?
Yeah, it was. I like grew up. Both my parents aren't like musical or anything per se, but it was just like a lot of different music being played in the house. Like a lot of guitar music. Yeah, My Chemical Romance was like my own thing, but before that, it was like, you know, um, just like Blondie and like Patti Smith and Nirvana, but also like a lot of like hip hop and stuff. So I don't know, I just felt always really encouraged basically to make music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so the name Bambi for both like the fan base and the
I
mixtape, what
know.
inspired that?
Do you know what? I'm so glad and so happy that like the fans have like jumped onto that as being their name, because I think it's really important that you should never force that.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's a name that's like stuck and resonated. I think when I was making the mixtape, I knew that a lot of the songs were about like embracing vulnerability and learning how to like overcome it in situations, but also like accept that that's just like a part of like my character, and that and there's like a strength in that.
Yeah.
um I guess like I feel like the Bambi community perhaps can relate to that sense of um like embracing embracing your softer side and learning how to like use it as a power. So I feel like it's almost become this community of like empowering each other and strengthening each other by acknowledging that we're all Bambis, and we're kind of cute, but we got a little bite.
Yeah, definitely. That's so cute. Is there anything you can tell us about your new single, He's Mine? Because I know that's coming out tomorrow, which is very exciting. I'm personally going to be waiting up at midnight for it because I'm so buzzed.
That's all high five. I also am going to be waiting up. Well, I am going to be with my boyfriend when the song comes out, so that will be he'll also have to stay up because it's about him. But I guess like this song is definitely an insight into the next mixtape, which where Bambi was a bit more like discreet and like fearing being vulnerable. This is a bit more like embrace your vulnerability, say it how it is, just like ignore all the other factors, like just blah. And so this song for me was like um just being so incredible, like so huge, like madly in love that there's this sense of just like euphoria to be like to let the whole world know, like I found someone, like this, that's my person, sort of thing. Um, so it's based on truth, and it's sonically uh based around a world of like if Brockhampton and Grimes and Ariana Grande like had a baby, it'd be like this song.
Yeah, that's so accurate. Also, we can't forget about Diamonds. That was such a good song. What was the writing process like?
Oh, that was a good uh I mean, I love that song so much. I feel like I wrote that um in a time where I was didn't have a boyfriend and I was like on Hinge and dealing with the kind of just the scraps of male humanity. And it just got me thinking about just like self-worth. And again, it was a mentality of like, just say it how it is. And in my head, I was like, I don't need a man to like provide me with things that I want to go out and get myself. So I was like, oh, like I just had this melody, na, 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 na. And I at first it was like, you know what they say about diamonds, but then I was like, I was like, let's be a bit more like direct and be like, I don't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, again, that one's kind of based around like a lot of, as I was saying to you before, like a lot of the hip hop I was like growing up with, but trying to make it a bit more in like my world as an artist.
Yeah. This one's a bit of an odd one, but what would Bambi be as a Mildew?
Wait, that's like the best. Do you know what? That's the best question I've ever been asked. You are in the right job. I would say, well, Bambi is me, technically. I'm just gonna give you my meal deal, which is I usually go for prawn crackers. No, don't. No, don't. I go for prawn cocktail crisp. I go for the chicken Caesar wrap, and then I go for like the innocent smoothie, the mango one. Yeah. Is that
Right.
yours?
Well, it's just quite funny because we've done about, I think, 3 interviews so far, and everyone said the innocent smoothies.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely like worth the money as well because you're paying the same amount for the smoothie as you are like the meal deal. But
It's
that's
like it's clever.
yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I'm a genius when I'm like investing in my meal deal. I'm like, I've cracked the system here. And then you've got your club card as well. Amazing.
Exactly. That's probably the best one we've had so far. I think someone said like a triple breakfast, and I was like, that's definitely something. I wouldn't eat that personally, but you know, go on. Yes.
Go
Um,
off, go off.
and also another question, sort of following that, just to break up like boring questions. What would Bambi be as a scent?
Ooh. Immediately like a peony scent came to mind. Just like a light, fresh, floral springtime scent.
Yeah, definitely. I would say like freshly cut grass, but I feel like I don't
Ooh.
I always go too niche with this though. That's the thing. Like just I think about it too much and just say the most random things. But like freshly cut grass and daisies. I
I
feel like.
love that. That's really cool. I think that's probably better than my answer. Let's go with yours.
What's the best song to play live?
Oh, that's a great question. It's something that changes all the time, but honestly, I think it's Crush. I think
Mm,
that always goes off for me. and for the crowd.
Yeah, definitely. I also, when I went to see you at Night Currents,
Yeah,
I think it was Bambi. Is, am I being stupid? Is there a song called Bambi?
there is a song called Bambi, yeah, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't. I don't think we played Bambi though. I don't. It's ironic because I've never played the title track ever.
I'm trying to think of what song it was that you did the pick me, choose me, love me.
Oh my gosh, wait, Night Currents, was that in
Portsmouth, yeah.
that was the show that the little girl came up to me.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I remember seeing her and I was like, oh my god, that's so sweet. I was like so close to tears because I was like, she's so young. That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
That was her first show. She ended up I gave her a Bambi t-shirt because I was like, this is too iconic. But yes, I love that show. That was a really good show. And yes, that was Baby Doll.
Baby doll, that's the one. I
Yeah.
because I've been like washing my brain. I hope I haven't been washing my brain. Like racking. That's the word.
Yeah, yeah,
Racking my brain for the song that it was, and I don't know why because for some reason I just convinced myself it was Bambi, and I was like, it doesn't fit. It
yeah.
because I've been listening to the mixtape on repeat, and I haven't listened to like the older hits except for like Atomic. So I was
Yeah.
sort of, what song is it? And I just didn't think to check your discography because I'm pretty sure it says it in the song as well. Um,
No.
what's your favorite moment when performing?
Um, I think my favorite moment has been a recent moment that has started to happen at shows where I play I'm in Love, Believe It, and the crowd sings the end back to me. That's been really sweet actually, yeah.
That song makes me cry. When I heard it at first, I was like shook. Um, what's the most awkward experience you've had with a fan? This goes down a sort of different route, but
Awkward moment. Oh my gosh. I had a moment recently where it was in Norway and a fan, obviously it's incredible because they all speak probably better English than me, but a fan came up to me and was like talking in Norwegian. So I was like, oh, like I don't speak Norwegian, I'm really sorry. And then like they like started speaking in Spanish, and I actually do speak Spanish. So I like was talking back to him. But then I was like, I just, but also like I was just upstage and I just told everyone that I'm from London. So like, why are we having a conversation in Spanish? So that's probably the most awkward thing that's happened recently. Yeah.
that definitely beats someone who said that some middle-aged man started singing at them. I feel like that's better though because that's so random.
So weird because also it's like it's not like I don't have any like Spanish heritage like to like immediately, you know, like my parents aren't Spanish, but I just enjoy the language and I'm learning it. So it was like great practice, but I was also like that's such a shot in the dark, like I'm not Spanish.
Maybe you should have just not replied in Spanish. I just said Spanish, and see if like they went through all the languages until they got to English.
Yeah,
Maybe
literally,
sit there, like.
literally.
So how does it feel that you're coming back to Victorious after 3 years? Like that's amazing.
I'm so excited, and I must remember to add you to a Bambi chat that's kind of gotten a bit. It started as like a Roblox chat,
I'm in
but
the
now.
chat.
Oh, okay, amazing. You're in it. Okay, fab. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm really excited because I think there's gonna be a Bambi hangout. I haven't really planned anything, but I feel like a lot of people are like a lot of Bambis are coming to that, so I'm so excited for it.
What artists can you recommend to your fan base that like if they enjoy you, they're like these artists?
Oh, I can recommend a few, and also I'm getting a lot of them on my. I don't know if you've been tuning into Foundation FM, but I've got like a little. Love that. But I basically am just trying to highlight as many, um, specifically female artists in the alt space, and I would say some amazing women to listen to are Della XOZ. I would say Spider, who between you and I, but this will come out, I'm sure, before it happens. But Spider, who's going to be on the show next, Erin LeCount, who I've played a few times, and who else should you listen to? I would say Willow Kane and Connie Constance. There you go.
Okay, okay, that's really cute. Um, Describe your music in 3 words to someone who has never listened before.
Oh my gosh. Um, I would say ethereal. Um, oh my, I'd say ethereal, spiritual, and punk.
That fits actually really well. Um, what is your best green room experience?
Best green room experience. Oh, I actually have an answer to this. It was Bloodfest. Um, the first ever, yeah, Bloodfest, Young Bloods Festival, and he left a Polaroid camera, a really expensive candle, um, a big bottle of rum, and I feel like a few other goodies in the green room. So I was very happy about that.
That's so cool. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, is there anything else you want to say before? Because I've run out of questions now. I can't think of anything.
No, no, this was such a fun interview. I don't really know. I don't have any other. Oh, I guess like I don't really know if this is something to like really shout about, but just maybe like to highlight the Foundation FM show next week on the 20th. I'm gonna get it wrong, so I'll message you if I get it if I messed up here, but I think it's the 20. Oh, what is it? Is it 20? Oh, 26th. So not next week, week after. 26th of May. Gosh. Yeah. And keep an eye out because I'm gonna potentially be doing a giveaway for a show as well.
Exciting. Very good. I love that. Right, I don't think I've got anything else.
I guess I have a question for you actually. Is
Okay,
Tegan,
sure. Yeah, Tegan.
how did you discover my music through Night Currents?
No, Victorious 2022. So the first time you played, my dad
Uh,
messaged me and was like, "You'll love this person." I was like, "Okay, I'll give her a listen." And when I saw you, I think I just stood the entire gig in awe. I was like, "This music is so good," because I like listening it to listening right listening to
What?
it
Yeah.
on Spotify is like amazing as it is, but live is like an entire different experience. I was just in shock, and then I don't know who was playing after you, but I was like, they can't be Aziya. I was just sitting there like, the entire weekend.
That's so funny. Oh, well, it's such a pleasure to like it's crazy. I didn't even know that happened, but it's really cool that we've had a full circle and met through Zoom. And hopefully at Victorious as well.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Like honestly, it means the world.
Thank
I'll
you.
make sure to post a lot about Foundation FM on the Melodify account. I'll give you a lot of
Thank
like.
Perfect. I can't wait for this interview to come out and just message me when it's out because I'd love to promote it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Well, thank you.